And I'm Kat.
And today we're going to be doing a DIY cookie cutter candle tutorial.
So this is at Maisie's house, and we just decided, let's just try to do a DIY, and it can either work out really well or it will be a big fail.
We wanted to get into the fall feel. I wanted to do like an apple cinnamon leaf shaped candle, but it didn't quite work out that way. I got apple cinnamon, indeed, from the dollar store, and I got these candles. This is the candle. I got this cookie cutter, which I already had, and it's a star, so it's not really that fall, but at least I got the scent.
And I got a linen smelling candle, very fall, and a dove, which might not be fall. It was kind of just what we had here.
Yeah. So we have 2 aluminum tin cans. This is what we're going to be using to create our double boil, which we'll talk about later.
We're melting these, by the way, and putting them into these shapes.
In place of beeswax. We may or may not use candles. She probably will because she has white and it's boring. But you can use candles to dye.
No, you mean crayons?
I meant crayons. You can use crayons to dye your candles because they have really strong dye-ness.
Dye.
This is a saucepan, more or less, that we're going to be using to create the double boil as well. This is where they're going to be poured and cooled, this sheet pan.
Yeah.
And we have parchment paper as well to put on the sheet pan while it cools. And we'll be walking you through this whole thing.
And this is all bought at the dollar store, so you can save money.
Yeah, it's a really cheap, easy tutorial. So, okay, let's get started. Hey guys, it's Maisie here. We're about 10 to 15 minutes into this DIY. Kat is filming. We have here the cookie cutters are now bound down with tape to the parchment paper on the baking sheet. Yep. And we have wicks glued to the bottom of the parchment paper here. We got these from the larger candles because these tea lights didn't quite work out. They were broken when we took them out. So I would suggest just taking the wick off your candle. We removed the plastic from the candle, the white one and the red one. And now the white one is in this double boil situation. So basically what you do is you fill the saucepan with a few inches of water. I'd say I did about 2.5. And you put the candle into your can, your aluminum can, one of them, and you wait for it to melt. Right now the liquid is clear in there, inside the can with the candle, just because it's started to lose its color now that's a liquid. And soon we're going to be pouring it into here. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that yet, but
yeah, maybe an issue.
They're going to have to cool for a long time. Like 2.5 hours, the website said. By the way, this was inspired by Pop Sugar.
We're not sponsored.
Yeah, okay. We will post the links to the DIY inspiration below. And
below?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. See you soon.
Hey guys! So right now we are doing Maisie's candle, and the first one, mine kind of failed. It went all over the place and went through little cracks under and just got all over the thing. So it kind of was a fail, but it actually ended up helping us a lot because that'll make sure the next one doesn't slip through the holes. It'll keep the wicks in place, and it'll keep the tape and everything in place.
The issue was we didn't put enough tape around the bottom, so I'd suggest if you're trying to make 2, either do 3 and make a failed one, or do it right the first time and really make sure that that's as close to the parchment as it can be.
You don't have to put all that much tape on it if you know it's gonna fail. So, yeah. Sorry, that was just my phone that went off. So.
It actually worked out really well. I would even maybe suggest burning, do we have a tea candle to show them? Here they are.
Yay!
Here's a tea candle without its wick. I would suggest burning one of these first because you don't want to go through the trouble of burning a whole candle, and maybe just filling in like the bottom layer of it because it really helped.
Yeah, it actually did help. Also, I would suggest, if you can find some kind of can thing that has one of those little edges where it's easier to pour, I would suggest.
I had a lot of trouble pouring it, and it didn't even matter because it slipped through the bottom because it was raised slightly up off the parchment. Anyway,
also use oven mitts. Oven mitts are really important, or else...
Yeah, otherwise you'll totally burn yourself on that. Okay, well, we'll show you the finished product and review it when we're done. See you later. Okay, about to pour this. Pretty nice not to get burned. Oh, it's slipping. This is a little bit difficult.
Oh my god.
With such a bulky oven mitt on. And I'm really not wanting to spill this.
By the way, guys, I'm probably gonna end up with no candle. She's gonna be the only one getting a candle.
You
but
can
it's
keep the candle if you want.
I don't want to keep the candle. I feel like that would be rude.
Why would it be?
Oh wait, it's overflowing.
Not yet. I want to fill it just. Oh.
Maybe you can put some in mine and see if there's any.
Okay. Can you? Okay. I got this. Oops.
Hey, look at that.
We'll both end up with candles. Yay. Sort of.
Great.
Okay. Open the trash.
Hey guys, so it's after the pouring. I had to stop it in the middle of the video because it was sort of getting crazy, but it also leaked, and yeah, I don't know why, because the white candle wax
Was supposed to be a sealant.
yeah, but it just started leaking and everything kind of got crazy, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the thinnest candle in the world with the longest wick. We can just cut the wicks, but still, there's a lot of glitter in it. We put this glitter in the candles.
Dollar store as well.
Yeah, we tried taking the liquid out and pouring it back in like that, but yeah, it just started getting all clumpy, and we may burn the tea lights that we had, I think. Here they are.
And try and put them. Should we separate them or put them all in one?
I don't know. Just like,
Well, we're sort of
just put it all in one just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're sort of disappointed. We're trying to figure it all out, and we'll give you another update when we can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, so this is our review of this DIY. I thought that in the beginning I was really excited, and then once we poured the first bit of wax into my thing, didn't really work out that well. Yeah, it kind of spilled everywhere. I thought mine was screwed and Maisie's was going to be the only one that turned out good. But it ended up going pretty well then. So then, like, you know, so we start melting Maisie's, and then we pour it into hers, and we see that we have a little bit left over, so we pour it into mine, and it leaks again. And then we use the little leftover small candles, what are they called?
Tea light candles.
Tea light candles, yeah. So we use those tea light candles, melted those, and put them in the shapy things. And
Cookie cutters.
yeah, and so it ended up being a lot better than the other two. So I think it ended up working out really well. Yeah, so they seem like they're fine now.
Yeah, I think Kat made a lot of great points. This tutorial that we're giving you, I guess, this DIY is what I mean to say. It was really interesting and fun. We both actually studied candle making in school, and it was just really cool to sort of figure out a cool way to do it. It was going really well at first, and I was super excited. I think that it's really important that you do it in layers, and you probably get a few backup candles. We ended up doing 3 layers. We did the first one that drained out, and then it still held some. Then we did the second one, which was mine, and it still drained out, but it still held some. And then we did the tea lights, and it seemed like it was like maybe a ½ inch at that point that seemed to hold. So if you can get it up to solidify to like ½ inch, then it seemed to hold that together. They look really pretty. We'll get you a nice shot of them. The bonus about failing the first 3 times was that we got to put glitter in a bunch of different levels in the candles. So when we take them out, they're gonna there's gonna be like floating glitter in them, which is gonna look so cool.
Yeah.
I thought the glitter was a nice touch. Halfway through the DIY, I was just like, hey, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
And I think it turned out really well. I would definitely suggest that you try this, but bring a friend like us, so when you get frustrated with it, you can work through it. And I think that's the same with every DIY. This was a a great time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.